Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and students of Coleman University, I'd like to welcome you all here to our graduation ceremonies for December 2011. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I'd like to request you to please rise for the procession of the graduates. Please be seated. Present at our graduation ceremony, we have some distinguished individuals who are seated up front that I'd like to introduce to you. First and foremost, Dr. Coleman University, Chairman of the Board of Trustees and the founder of this institution. Ms. Cheryl Rydens, Vice President and Dean of Academics, San Diego Campus. Ms. Darlene Yankton, Vice President and Branch Manager, San Marcos Campus. Jason Abel, our Assistant Director of Instructional Support Department and Associate Dean of Academics, San Diego. Mr. Kevin Wool, Associate Dean of Academics, San Marcos Campus. And last but not least, Sariana Maron, who is the Director of Diversity and Institutional Activities. Today, we are privileged to have you all with us to witness this graduation at this location. Sitting in the midst of the high-tech community in San Diego, where most of our successful graduates start their successful careers. The local community, including the employers who regularly come to Coleman University to hire our graduates, believe in the education we provide to our students. With well over 40,000 graduates today, we are honored to say that we not only have had second, but also third generation of student graduates from Coleman. This is the true testament to the success of this institution. As we celebrate the successes of our students, we plan to continue our endless pursuit in providing excellence in education so that our graduates become successful citizens and serve our community's needs in every possible way. As we celebrate the accomplishments of the graduates for the class of December 2011, we would like to especially acknowledge those who have worked extremely hard to be here today. We want to say that we are proud of you for making through all the tough times while attending the university, and we strongly believe that you're all going to be highly successful in your careers because you have proven beyond doubt that you can take on a challenging task and see it through completion. And today, I would like to welcome one of our own successful graduates who has been a familiar face at Coleman since 2002 when he started in the Computer Network Core program. He graduated from the Corps in 2004 and continued with his associates and then his bachelor's and received his degree in 2008. This was still not the end for him, as he enrolled in the master's program in 2010. And through his persistence, he excelled in his education and realized his dream today. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Thomas Criswell, who will share a few thoughts with us. Thomas.
Good evening, and thank you very much for showing. Forgive me for being a little emotional. My wife ended up in the hospital today. So this is for her. Funny thing happened on the way up here to the podium today. Okay, it might not be so funny to many, but I hope it's a little bit inspiring. In 1992, I was hit by a drunk driver. From 1992 to 2002, I was told that I would never be able to work again. I've had seizures, I've had blackouts, I've had strokes, and I've had heart attacks. In 2002, I finally received permission from the Disability Department to continue my education. That allowed me to go back to school to learn a new career, and allowed me to get rid of the boredom of sitting at home for 10 years. In 2002, one of my best friends came up to me and asked me if I wanted to learn about computers. He was going to SDSU as a computer major. And I said, sure. I was bored, I had nothing else to do. So he tore my computer apart and said, now put it back together. So as I was putting back together the computer, he explained to me what each and every part did, why it was special, why it needed to be where it was put, and what it did. So it piqued my interest even more, so much that I went to the disability department and I told them I wanted to go back to school. So 8 more doctor trips, 4 brain scans, and a lot of begging and pleading. Then they allowed me to go back to school, and I ended up at the steps of Coleman University. Here I stand before you 8 years later, in front of you today, asking all of you, was it worth it? Yes, that's my answer. Do you think that the sacrifices that all these students put through all day in front of you just to get their education is worth it? Again, I say yes. It's worth it. My mother, God bless her, passed away in 2005 of pancreatic cancer. The one thing she made me promise was that I would continue my education and that I would graduate with my bachelor's degree. And I said, sure, Mom, I can do that. Then before I walked out of the room, she stopped me, she grabbed my hand, and she said, better yet, why don't you go for your master's? And at that time I said, yeah, right. I haven't even got my bachelor's yet. Go for my master's. So I finally told her yes after a lot of begging and pleading from my mom. And so here I am, 2 years later, or 5 years later. I'm up here before you today. Forgive me. Standing here at this graduation because this ceremony is not about me. It's about everyone that is sitting here today. You may not all have gone through seizures or blackouts, 12 years of rehabilitation to be able to remember things. 4 strokes, but all of us went through something, either while we were in school, before we got to school. Whether you're receiving your school completion today, your associate's degree, your bachelor's degree, or your master's degree, You should be very proud of what you have accomplished this day. This is not the end of your education, but the beginning of a time of learning. Because no matter what degree you receive today, there's going to be many learning opportunities for you, and please seize those opportunities to continue your education. I personally would like to thank my wife, because for 6 years she put up with me. She backed me even through my dreaded fear of taking math classes, which is my nemesis in school. And when I received a C in statistics, we celebrated and had a party. She encouraged me when I felt like I wanted to quit, that I had gone too long to school. And when I had the possibility that they discovered tumors in my stomach, she stuck with me. She was my rock. Sorry, she's in the hospital, so it's kind of emotional. And I thank God for her every day. I also want to thank my employers. They gave me an opportunity. They've not only helped me to grow technically in my skills, but they have helped me to grow to be a leader for my peers. My father's always said to me, if you get the opportunity to do something that you love, just keep doing it. Whether the money is there or not, or if somebody offers you a better opportunity in your life, enjoy the work that you do, because that outweighs the money you can make anywhere. Believe in yourself and you will be successful in whatever you do, whatever it is, networking, gaming, or programming. As Abraham Lincoln said, always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other. You already have a strong support structure in Coleman, the instructors. Use them and remember this. To be successful, you must first believe that you can be successful. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas. What an inspiration to everyone. For us, some of us that we take life for granted, and the challenges that Thomas faced. I applaud you for sticking through and achieving your dreams today. At this point, I would like to ask Ms. Ariana Marone to come up.
So my role in the university is to recognize academic excellence, and academic excellence has different factors. Now, we will be recognizing 2 students today. One student who was involved in our National Technical Honor Society, and another student who was part of the Alpha Beta Kappa. Now, both these organizations are, again, as I mentioned, recognitions for students who, go above and beyond. So first of all, Coleman University established in 2006 a chapter of the National Technical Honor Society, or NTHS, here in our campus. Now, the organization exists, as I mentioned, to recognize academic excellence and outstanding student achievement, and is specifically targeted to career and technical education. NTHS chapter are located over 2,400 schools, and just in California alone, there are 58 chapters. And some of the minimum requirements to apply for NTHS are the following: a GPA of 3.8 or higher. You need 2 faculty recommendations to be considered. And you also need to prove some sort of civic involvement, community service, civic responsibility. One of the great features of when you're obtaining your education is it's also highly important for you to be involved within the community. Not only within the Coleman campus community, but also with the outside community representing Coleman University. Now, the colors of the National Technical Honor Society are silver, white, and purple. Silver represents value and worth, while white represents truth and honesty. And last but not least, purple represents achievement and honor. And of course, Coleman University encourages all students to strive for academic excellence and community involvement as exemplified within the NTHS program. Now, it is with great honor that I call up to the stage Mr. Edgar Villanueva Asuncion. Let's give him a hand. So Edgar, congratulations on being admitted to NTHS here at Coleman University. Now, part of your induction process is we do have to go over the NTHS pledge. And following the pledge, I shall be pinning you with the NTHS pin that's included as part of your package. So please repeat after me, Edgar. Put your right hand up. As a member of the National Technical Honor Society,
as a member of the National Technical Honor Society,
I pledge to maintain the highest standards of personal conduct. And I can repeat this, don't worry. I pledge to maintain the highest standard of personal conduct. I will apply myself to continue a record of scholastic achievement. To maintain a record of scholastic achievement. Yes. And I will strive for excellence. In all aspects of my education. I will invest my talents. My skills and my knowledge. In a career of my own choosing. And shall always endeavor. To uphold my obligation. As a citizen of my community. And my country. Congratulations, Edgar. Don't forget to take a lovely picture with your certificate. Congratulations, Edgar.
Thank you.
The National Technical Honor Society is open for all undergrad students. For graduate students, we have Alpha Beta Kappa. Now, since the establishment of Phi Beta Kappa at the College of William and Mary in 1776, the Greek letter societies have played a major role throughout the American educational system. Now, today, there are so many organizations out there now that honor professional, that give professional recognition. And again, within the Greek letters themselves, there are 3,200 colleges and universities across the country who offer such programs and organizations. Now, to have a chapter of Phi Beta Kappa is a mark of distinction in itself. And the purpose of this society, Alpha Beta Kappa, is to help institutions and their students and alumni through the encouragement and recognition of superior academic work in honorable fields of endeavor. Alpha Beta Kappa seeks to promote and reward personal integrity and excellence in mental and physical work and skills without regard to race, color, sex, creed, or national origin. Membership is based on merit. It is the uncommon person who qualifies for such membership in Alpha Beta Kappa. Now, the general qualifications for applying as a member are excellence in the classroom, leadership and service in class and in school activities, strong personal integrity, and good moral character. And to officially honor our Alpha Beta Kappa outstanding student, each individual is elected membership receives a honorary cord. As you can see here, it's blue and red. And they also will be pinned with an official gold seal. It's a key that they receive as well. So Nagam, Adib, Yunus, could you please come up to the stage? Let's give her a hand. So part of your induction process involves the pinning of the gold key. I can get it right.
witness the importance of hard work and dedication that brings honor and success in one's lives. A primary characteristic of success in any field is persistence. In information systems, networks, graphic design, or any other field, the characteristic of persistence is critical because you are problem solvers in many fields. Many of you have spent a lot of time, worked hard, and sacrificed time away from loved ones in pursuit of your education. This has not been an easy task, and we know it. My advice to you is to trust in your own abilities, and success will come. For some of you, this may happen quickly. For others, it may take much longer. But the important thing is to do what you do to the best of your abilities and know for sure that success is out there for you. To everyone else here today, as you watch a graduate receive the diploma, share your congratulations and pride. And most importantly, express your own charge to your special graduate. Tell him or her of your own expectations. Share your own hard-earned experiences and wisdom. These students have waited a long time and worked very hard to hear the charge that I'm about to give them. But the most important charge is the one that is the most meaningful, and it comes from you. My charge to you, our newest graduates, having watched many others walk this stage and are now successful citizens in our community, I wish for you what I wished for them, that you find challenges worthy of your talents and energies. I trust that you will have the courage to use, to test, and eventually surpass the lessons that you have thus far experienced. I expect that you will have the feel and appreciate the rhythms of life. I trust that you will continue to discover yourself, and you will consider that self a work in progress. That your mind and spirit will always be open to the thoughts and abilities and needs of others. That finally, I hope in months and years from now, when you sit in a ceremony like this one, celebrating an achievement of a child or a friend, that you will be able to look back on your own life with the satisfaction that comes from knowing that you have endeavored to make this world a better place. Endeavored to elevate rather than to diminish the human spirit. Endeavored to discern the movement of the human struggle, that you have been a player in it. Best wishes to each and all of you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the part of the ceremony that you've been waiting for, presentation of the diplomas. Are you all ready? All right. Before we start, I must warn you of our very strict camera policy. We don't allow any bad pictures. So when it comes for your graduate to receive your diploma, please come down right up in the middle of the aisle and capture that moment that you will probably cherish your entire life. And with it, give them the loudest cheer, because I think they deserve it. They've worked very, very hard. So let's hear the loudest cheer you can possibly give them. I'd like to ask Dr. Fur and Mr. Kevin Wolf to come and make the presentation of the diplomas at this point.
As I read the names of the graduates, I will be signifying the level of academic achievement. For students who have achieved an average of 3.8 GPA throughout their career, I'll be signifying that with a cum laude. For students who have achieved 3.9, that would be, excuse me, magna cum laude. And for students who have maintained a 4.0 average in school, they have achieved a summa cum laude. Starting with the Computer Information Systems program, James Fleuret. Stefan Tisman. Graduating Computer Networks, Francisco Valderas. Dwayne Barnes. Michael Bolkaya. Edgar Camacho. Erwin Domingo. Patrick C. Dwyer. Shaylin Ferguson. Manuel H. Gonzalez, cum laude. Laurel Mendiola, cum laude. Luis M. Padilla, cum laude. Danny Perea, cum laude. Irving Pineda. Salam Semeyan. Graduating from the Game Programming Development and Design Program, Taylor Ewerts. Graduating with Mickey Design, Michelle Albano. Benjamin Andrzejek, magna cum laude. Gina Lynn Cross. Rafael R. Estrada, cum laude, perfect attendance. Mary Beth Shipman, cum laude. Ryan Sukvipion Keo. John Thompson, magna cum laude. Cody Wilson. Achieving an Associate of Science degree, Manuel David Canedo. Vinnie Freeman, magna cum laude. Tyrone Clinton. Mark Hippolito, magna cum laude. Anthony Horde. Walter Horton, summa cum laude, perfect attendance. Blair R. McDonough, perfect attendance. Marcus Winch, perfect attendance. Achieving a Bachelor of Science degree, Peter Colombo. Achieving both dual degrees, computer networks, computer security. Mary Cecil. Welleston DeFaria. Charles J. Gamboa. Jean W. Joseph. Frank Lopez Jr., receiving dual degrees in computer networks and network security. Erwin Napomasino. Jerry Pokiel, cum laude. Marcus Allen Rosenberg, receiving dual degrees in computer networks and network security. Kenneth Rivero, cum laude. Jonathan Rizet, receiving dual degrees in computer networks and network security. Luz Tabarez. Achieving a Master's of Science in Information Systems Management, Patrick Kwesi J. Ayarte, magna cum laude. Graduates receiving a master's degree in computer science or information science will be receiving a hood as well. It has a blue trim which signifies Coleman University, and it is emblazoned with gold to represent the sciences. Divya Mohan. Summa cum laude. Receiving a Master of Science in Business and Technology Management, Thomas A. Criswell. Renee Pilares, magna cum laude, perfect attendance. Renee M. Zanakis, magna cum laude, perfect attendance. Receiving a Master in Business Administration, Ming Zhuang Du. Graduates of the Masters in Business Administration program will receive a hood, which also carries the colors blue and white for Coleman University, and it also has a salmon fringe to represent the business discipline. Minaj Gunare. Kevin S. James. Melvin B. Reyes. Nagam Yunus.
At this point, I'd like to ask the graduates to please stand. Move your tassels from right to left. It's now official. Congratulations. Please be seated. Graduates, you are now alumni of Coleman University, and we therefore ask three things of you. First and foremost is to get a job. We would like you to become innovative leaders in your profession. And for those of you who have not completed your advanced credentials and degrees, I highly encourage you to do so because you'd be amazed at the opportunities that lie ahead of you with those degrees and credentials. Secondly, we'd like to ask you to send us your business cards. Once you get that job, that becomes a true testament to your success and to this institution. Those of you who have walked the halls, you've probably seen our walls, dreams to reality. And there are some cards that are displayed out there that represent exactly that. Those students who came in with a vision, with a mission in their life, achieved what they did, and now they're successful citizens in our community. Finally, the third thing, when you're in a position to hire, remember this date and hire from Coleman. This brings us to the conclusion of the ceremony, and I'd like to invite you all to a reception which we are holding in our cafeteria. It is to the left, and I want to thank you all for making this such a wonderful ceremony today. Thank you again for coming.